still on vacation. This is not Staten Island. Welcome back to another video. And today's video, I just wanted to, because I'm a little behind, I want to talk about, I want to make 3 videos in one day. I'll be posting them out as best as I can to get them out because I will still be on vacation. But I just want to do it now since I got the time. But I want to talk about the new MacBook Pros that Apple has just released yesterday. Everybody's going all crazy about this new refreshed MacBook. I'm going to talk about it, say what the big specs are, and if I think it's worth it. So let us pull it up over here. Now, these are some big improvements when it comes to the MacBook Pro. Also, my desk over here is really far from the bed, so yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, this is supposed to be the biggest update to the Mac lineup in years. Apple has done a few updates here and there, but this is the newest that they have gone. Now, I recently purchased this MacBook Pro back in 2017 towards 2018, so this is the 2017 model. It's still relatively new, but this new MacBook Pro is supposedly better than this one. Now, the new processors in the MacBook Pros, starting with the 13-inch Touch Bar, is the 8th Gen Intel Core i5 and i7. With the 13-inch model, you get now a quad core. So what was in this model, a quad core i7, you can now have it access to the 13-inch. But now they have 6-core quad core processors now. And for the 15-inch, you get the 6-core i7 or i9, and you also get up to 32 gigabytes of memory for running multi-pro apps. We also get a more defined Retina display with True Tone. The Touch Bar, I believe, is also updated to be more productive, and they are still the same looking design. They're still the same sleek design of last year's. For when it comes to performance, the highest clock rate is 4.8 gigahertz, and you also get more battery, because even though it says 10 hours, you'll be able to get more, because I think they increased the batteries as well. Now, when it comes to the specs, they're saying the 6-core MacBook Pro is 70% faster instead of the quad-core MacBook Pro, the baseline. That's coming from last year's 15-inch model with a Touch Bar. And memory is now up to 32 gigabytes, as I said. The graphics were also been improved since they have their dedicated graphics cards. They are now up to, I believe, 4 gigabytes of Radeon Pro graphics. There's 450 and 460. So I'll have to see how everyone compares them, but not all. There's no camera update, so unfortunately there's no big camera update. We also get Apple's T2 chip, the next generation security, which will now feature Hey Siri. So if you want to talk to the thing, say Hey Siri, you can just say Hey Siri. Truthfully, I don't use the Hey Siri as much. I use it only on the HomePod, and whenever I have my iPhone, either I'll just like say Hey Siri and my headphones will pick up on it. But for the most part, I only use Hey Siri for the HomePod. So not a big loser there for me. SSD, now you can upgrade to 4 terabytes on the 15-inch, and you can get up to 2 terabytes on the 13-inch with the Touch Bar. The Thunderbolt 3 ports are still the same. However, now they have 5K monitors are upgraded now for the 13-inch. You can support 2 5K monitors and the same 4 4K monitors with the 13-inch and the 15-inch. Now, on top of that, we now have, they say that the Touch Bar, you will feel the taptic feedback. Apparently, you will feel like the things going on and all that good stuff. Moving on, we also see Touch ID is now with the T2 chip, will add for faster verification. Display and audio. Now, this is the most important one for me anyway. You will now get more brightness. It is 25% more colorful. It now has Apple's True Tone technology, which I find very useful. It is a shame that this MacBook doesn't have it, but I'm not really going to lose out on much. And it has also new speakers. Now, I'll be watching videos to see if these speakers are better, but from what it says, the new speakers are supposedly, they're a little bit substantially louder. And on top of that, we now get a brand new, because this was the biggest topic of 2017, brand new 3rd generation butterfly keyboards. Now, this is not something really big. They say it's about the same. The only difference is it's now quieter. So if you're in a room where it has to be quiet, when you type on it, you will not hear that, you know, like the You won't hear that. Normally, I'm used to that kind of feedback. I'm not too biggie. And also, they're saying that the trackpad is also a little more quieter. So when you click on it, I mean, it's fairly quiet here, but you won't hear that noise. And then Mojave coming out in the fall, and that is pretty much the lineup. So breaking it down, these are some big specs. These are some big beefed up specs for the MacBook Pro lineup. I think that this is great for all the Apple users, but the real question comes down to, is it worth it to upgrade if you just got a MacBook Pro? Well, this is a really tough decision, because if there are some kids out there, or anybody, not just kids, teenagers, adults, if you just got this computer like I did, now, I'm not saying go right back to the store and replace it, because, I mean, if you can, do it if you just bought it and they just updated it. But for me, personally, I'm not going to rush out there to upgrade. And let me tell you why. First off, I'm going to just do it in 3 simple reasons. First off, this is fairly new for me, and it works beautifully. I have no complaints, no issues. It's fast, reliable, not that heavy, big user on when it comes to making graphics and stuff like that, coding and stuff. I'm not like big like that. I mean, I do take courses that study, but it doesn't require that much for me to go out and drop another $3,000 or trade in. That's number 1. Number 2, again, the MacBook Pro right now that you're gonna get is built to last. It's a reliable computer. Now, if anyone out there can vouch for me, and if you guys know this, also ignoring notifications, if you guys already know this, Apple makes their computers built to last. So my uncle, who had a MacBook Pro since 2011, it is now 2018, 6 years later, that thing is still running like brand new. And since Mojave will be supported for his version, this is the 2011 with all the ports, yes, even with the video card. And the part I'm trying to get at is these computers are built to last. Now, if you're a heavy proactive pro user and you need that new features to boost up your speeds, to get better performance, then definitely upgrade. And another worthy upgrade also, if you want a better keyboard, if you're afraid. Now, for me personally, I have had no issue with this keyboard. I have Apple Care anyway, so if anything was to happen with the keyboard, again, Apple already has a program set up, so if your keyboard is broken, you can just give it to them and they'll fix it. But I can see why people want to upgrade. The keyboard, you don't want to get issued, and a lot of people have had an issue, so upgrading the keyboard might be good. Speakers on this, I have no complaints at all, because for the most part, I don't even use them. I just take my headphones, put them on, but when I do use them, I watch YouTube video, and they sound phenomenal. So, again, I'm satisfied with my MacBook Pro, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys are. If you really need that big beef and that big spec, like you need all that, yes, I said beef, but if you really need that extra power that Apple is now giving, and your MacBook Pro is probably 2016, maybe 2015 the latest, I could see this being a major upgrade, because for 2016 users, yeah, I can see why you'd want to upgrade. But for 2017 users and the late 2017 users like myself that got it in December going into January, I would say no. And the only reason I'm saying this is because your computer you have now is reliable for any means. It's a pro computer. It's the biggest spec'd out. I got this spec'd out maxed. I'm satisfied with it. But if you are a heavy user that needs that extra power, then I will definitely say recommend it. I'm not saying don't recommend it all. If anything, this is the perfect time to buy a MacBook Pro. I have told all my friends, wait till Apple refreshes the lineup. The reason I got it was because I needed it for class, and it's been so reliable to me that's why I'm not rushing out to trade it in. But things may change down the road, but for right now, I am satisfied with my MacBook Pro, and I'm going to keep it that way. But other than that, this is the perfect time if you need a MacBook Pro. This is the perfect time to get a 13-inch model with the touch bar or the 15-inch model with the touch bar. I don't recommend the 13-inch without the touch bar because they didn't touch that at all. So stay far away from that unless they call that 13-inch model the MacBook Air. With that said, I still recommend you guys, if you don't have a MacBook and you've been planning to get one for college, this is the perfect time. They just updated the lineup. You got better specs, better performance, all that good stuff. This is the best time to get it. So those who don't have a MacBook, I'd recommend. Those who have a MacBook that have it like me, 2017, Unless you really need the power, I would say no. But if you're a 2016 model or later back in the year, definitely upgrade, because this will be a significant, if not better performance than what you have now. But that's not to say that the MacBooks you have are garbage. They will still run fast, because again, my uncle is living proof. So that's all I have to say. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, what do you think of the MacBook Pro lineup? This is amazing that Apple did this. I'm surprised they didn't really make a big announcement. They usually make some whooped about it, but I'm surprised they didn't do it with this. But other than that, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's